Hey everybody, Chris with Night of Living Card Games, back to finish my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. campaign. So we've gone through all four of the scenarios with so far the S.H.I.E.L.D. heroes that we've got. We started out with Maria Hill against Black Widow. We took Nick Fury up against Batroc. Then it was Shuri against MODOK, Silk against the Thunderbolts, and now up against Baron Zemo, I'm going to be bringing the Winter Soldier in. So I am using a aggression deck I found online. Web Warrior Fanatic came up with a great one. Love his decks, and I've been busy this week, so I got kind of lazy on my deck building. I figured just why not take a deck from somebody who knows what they're doing. So we got everything set up here. Just as a reminder, we don't have any secrets on our shield board. We need, I think we need one more card only to pin it down. So as part of the campaign setup, we've got any of the Adaptoid environments that had been in play in MODOK, which we only had the strong upgrade out. Is in play, and then we put the Adaptoid minions in the deck. So each Adaptoid will get a +1 attack and toughness and the brute trait. We had Surviving Thunderbolts in the campaign log. It was Atlas. He is in the deck, so if he comes out, we're going to have to spend a lot of time jumping on him. And we've got our envelopes, we've got our things, and everything is good. So real quick, looking at Baron Zemo here. Baron Zemo is a 3-scheme 2-attack villain with a Thunderbolt trait. It says Forced Interrupt. When Baron Zemo would be defeated, reset his hit points to 12 instead, and then remove 3 secret counters from among board member environments. So these guys over here. So Scheme 1A, Zemo's Manipulations. Comes in with 2 threat per player, goes up 2 per player per round, and caps out at 12. Response. After the player phase ends, the first player may place 2 secret counters on board member environments that has no secret counters on it to gain 2 cards from the shield envelope, or 1 card if it's campaign mode. The players may choose to advance to stage 2A to make their accusation. So I think I should only have to do it 1 time to get the 1 card to get that. So let us do, I will put these aside. After we do our mulligans, we can choose to do the things there. So we've got, I'll shuffle up one more time. So what do we got here? We've got a Metal Punch. We've got Captain America. We've got a shield sidearm, arm block, my cybernetic arm, and Psylocke. So this deck, one of the things this deck does is it has a lot of things to try to confuse enemies, so that Bucky can flip down and use his safe house to get minions and fuel his ability to remove threat. All right, so if I keep cybernetic arm, I can use it to pay for something and then just go get it. Or, all right, so I'm keeping my shield sidearm. That's important. Captain America, I am gonna pitch. Gonna be my hold. Let's see here. Arm block. I'm gonna hold off on arm block right now. I am not. I'm not gonna hold on to Metal Punch. And I'll hold on to Psylocke for right now. I'm going to pitch my cybernetic arm just because I can go fetch it easy enough. Hopes that I get some double resources. So, what do we got here? Winter Widow Soldier Spy, Silent Infiltration, Electrical Discharge, and Sunfire. All right, so I have done my mulligans, so now I could choose to do the setup abilities on these. So medical records, it is add a secret, go get a protection ally, shuffle it into the deck, add a threat to the main scheme to add it to your hand. I'm not going to do that. Honestly, I'm not going to do any of these. Security scanner, same process, but it is an aggression ally. Travel is a justice support, and authority is an aggression support. I'm actually going to choose not to do any of those. All right, so let us do my ability, my cybernetically enhanced. Spend one resource of any type. I will do my Black Widow team-up card because that doesn't do me any good, to go fetch my arm out of the discard pile or deck and put it into play. Now we're going to flip ourselves up. So now the question is, after you attack an enemy, ready your hero and confuse it. So, do I want to? So I could do something like get that. Or I could stun Zemo too. That would be... I think that would be really good. Yeah, I think, as much as I would love to get Widow or Psylocke out, I think I'm gonna... We'll see if this comes back to bite me. So we are going to use Psylocke to pay for a shield sidearm that I'm going to attach to myself. And it has 3 counters. And then we're going to use Silent Infiltration and Sunfire to play Electrical Discharge, 2-cost attack event. Deal 4 damage to an enemy if you paid for this event using an energy resource, which I did. Stun that enemy. So, takes him down to 8. And he is stunned. Actually, what am I doing? I'm going to hold on to Psylocke, and I will have paid for the gun with Silent Infiltration. I'm going to use my cybernetic arm and Sunfire for that, which means I get to do an additional damage in the process, and I get to hold on to Psylocke. That makes a lot more sense. Because then hopefully I can pull her out next turn so I can flip down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to thwart for 2. Let's just keep that low. And we're going to end our turn. So we've got Psylocke, Safe House number 30, Metal Punch, Hall of Heroes, and an Avengers Mansion. All right. So, the end of the player phase. I am going to choose to put 2 secret counters on a board member. Actually, I have a lot of mental in my hand at the moment, but if I want to play Psylocke, I won't be able to clear it out. Does it have to be... Let's see here. 2 secrets on a board member environment that has no secrets on it. So... I guess let's do mental, since that's what's in my hand. And so then I get to draw 1 card from the shield. It is blackmail. So then I have, so this is the motive, opportunity, and means. All right. So medical records. So the means has to be the blue thing. Travel. So let me take a look here. So that means for the chief medical officer, it's got to be one of these three. We've got blackmail, so that means it's got to be one of those two. This one, we've got the travel, so we have a winner here. Let's just see over here. Let's double check. So it's got to be a blue one. Okay, can't be the blackmail, and then nope. Could be one here. And then the chief tactical officer, I think we already cleared. Yeah, the chief tactical officer is clear. So there is one possibility. So we know it's blue and purple. So means is blue, purple is opportunity. The motive is either the black for blackmail or this yellow. So, or the green, green for money or yellow for whatever that is. So we have got one option on both of these two. So we can't make our accusation just yet. We need to get one more card. All right, that is my turn. So we are getting 2 on the main. He would come to attack but is stunned. We get 1 encounter card. It is Aim Interference. When revealed, place 1 secret counter on each board member card. You may spend X energy resources, which I have none. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. So I really have to get that chief surveillance officer taken care of. Oh, and this has got Insight 1 as well. All right, my turn. Well, I guess we're spending 2 to get 1 off of here. And then I get to remove 2 threat from a scheme. And then I've got to spend another 2. And I get to remove 2 threat from a scheme. Not exactly how I wanted my turn to go. I guess we will punch for 2. I'm not going to use my shield sidearm. I want to keep that just in case. Just in case we get any tough statuses out. So we'll take 2 off of you. Actually, hang on a second. So I'm going to take 2 of these back because I realize I have Metal Punch. So I could, and that puts 1 threat back on there. So if I Metal Punch instead, I get to remove 3 secret counters. So that just clears things, most of them out then. I think that makes more sense. All right, so what we'll do instead is we're going to use cybernetic arm. Those 2 to pay for a Metal Punch, deal 7 damage plus 1, so 8 damage with overkill, so that takes him down to 0. And it says, when he would be defeated, reset his points to 12 instead. And then remove 1, 2, 3. I will take 3 off it. And then let us we're going to thwart for 1. Yeah, let's thwart for 1, and we're going to actually flip ourselves down here. And we'll call that, and then we'll ready ourselves up, draw up, and then end of player phase. Angela, Bring It, Black Widow, Gambit, Nick Fury Sr., and a Strength. All right, so end of player phase. I am going to choose to do the thing. I will put 2 on. What do I got most of? All right, so how do I want to do this? If I want to play Nick Fury Sr., which seems like a good thing, I'm going to need that. I'm going to need everything to pay for that, so I could do 2 energy to get rid of. Although he'll draw me cards, so... Let me take a look at one thing real quick. I'm going to check the... I am going to check the resource spread on this deck just to see which one am I most likely to draw. Mental, actually. So I will keep. So, well, I don't want to put them on mental, though. So that is depth. You know what? We're overthinking things. Let's just put it on the chief medical officer. And we can get our last card. It is motive ideology. So that means the chief surveillance officer is in the clear. We know that the motive is going to be the blue, or the means is going to be the blue, the motive is going to be the green, and the opportunity is going to be the purple. So we have what we need there. Okay. And now we may advance to stage 2A to advance the accusation. Do I want to do that, or do I want to sit in one more turn, see if I can set up a little bit more? Nah, we're aggression. Let's just go for it. So I'm going to choose to make an accusation. So we will advance to 2A. The accusation. You've gathered all the evidence you can. All that remains is to make your accusation. When revealed, make an accusation by guessing a means, a motive, and an opportunity along with the board member associated with this combination. In the campaign log, this board member is accused. All right. So we've got the means, the motives, and the opportunity. So that means it has to be Colonel Mustard in the... Yeah, that joke's been done to death about this. So it is blue, green, purple. And then, actually, let me see what goes on with 19. It's been a while since I've done an accusation. If they guess all 4 correctly, if the cue is wrong. Oh, okay. So it tells us what to do. So, all right. So we know what it is because we've gotten all the cards. So it is means is the wiretap, money is the motive, and apparently I didn't actually have a last card in the right thing, or something. Blue, green, purple. Blue, green, purple is exactly what we said. It's the chief medical officer. So we have made an accusation, and all my guesses are correct. So we advance to stage 3A. All right, fighting Zemo. When revealed, flip Zemo to his unmasked side and reset his hit points to his printed hit point value. Find Baron Zemo's sword and attach it to him. So on his unmasked side, he is still a 3-scheme, 2-attack villain, but he now has 18 hit points, and he has a forced interrupt. When Zemo activate against you, Either place one secret counter on a board member card or give Baron Zemo an additional boost card for this activation. Okay. So we are at 18 hit points. When revealed, flip the mole to its attachment side and attach it to Baron's. Oh, I gotta go get his sword first. Sorry. Let me do that first. No. There it is. His sword. A +2 attack. All right. When revealed, flip the mole to its attachment side and attach it to Baron Zemo. Place one threat here for each secret counter on each board member. So fighting Zemo comes in with 0, but you have to put on there, and I've got 3 on there, and it goes up 2 per round. So we flip this over to the attachment side. I get a +1 attack. I don't know if these are supposed to stay on there or not. So, medical aid officer, forced response. After a secret counter is placed here, either heal 2 damage from a villain or deal 1 damage to a friendly character with the fewest remaining hit points. If there are 3 board member attachments in play, the players lose the game. Okay, so, he is now a base 3, 5. 3/5, and I can't... Oh, I do have a hero action there. If I ever get to Sunfire again. Alright, so that was the end of the player phase. So, beginning of the villain phase, we get 2 there. This could get ugly here. So, scheme of 3, star, place 1 pursuit counter on pursued by the past. So, just 3. So we are at 8 of 12. And then we get a super adaptoid. So he comes in with toughness. And then he also has a +1 attack. All right. My turn. All right, let's flip ourselves up. We're going to spend strength, gambit. Actually, well, so I'm debating because I got bring it. I could bring in Angela, bring another minion into play, and then draw 2 cards. I mean, that would get me a... Effectively, all that would be doing is getting me Angela out for the cost of a minion. And I'm not sure I want that. Yeah, we'll give it a try. All right, Angela. So I got to look at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, what do we got? We got a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. We got a Scientist Supreme. We've got Atlas. And we've got another Adaptoid. Okay, well, Atlas certainly is not going to. Okay. Scientist Supreme is 6. I don't have any attack events right now, but I am going to be getting Nick Fury Sr. Actually, no, because... Actually, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to say that I did Angela before I flipped up. And so I will take the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent with Quick Strike. Yes, I know I'm cheating. I apologize. Out there. Okay. All right, that's shuffled up. All right, now we'll flip into hero form. Now we're going to play Bring It. So draw one card for each minion engaged with you. I draw an arm block and a metal punch. Okay. I like this. All right, so what we are going to do now is we're going to spend Strength, Gambit, Black Widow to get Nick Fury Sr. out. And he will draw me 2 cards, my Mask and Firepower. All right. Unfortunately, I won't be able to. Or will I? Can draw a card. No, I won't be able to get my my Mask out this turn for everything that I want to do. No. Okay. I got a plan. I got a plan. All right. So we are going to attack. Actually, I suppose first things first. We are going to attack with Angela to do 2 damage to this S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. And so she takes 1 in return. Now we are going to attack. I'm going to use my S.H.I.E.L.D. sidearm to do 1 damage to an enemy. It does not have to be the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. So I'm going to take the tough off of the Adaptoid. And now I do 2 damage into the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who is defeated. So he has a forced interrupt when he activates or is defeated. Add 1 secret counter to a board member with the fewest counters. So 1 to the chief tactical officer. All right. Defeated. I defeated a minion, so I get to remove 2 threat from a scheme. I am now going to have Nick Fury attack the Adaptoid for 2, taking 1 back. I'm now going to use my cyberkinetic arm, my Winter Mask, and Firepower to pay for a metal punch. Deal 7 damage to an enemy. If you exhausted my cybernetic arm to pay for it, it gains overkill, and the arm gives me +1 damage. So it's 8 damage with overkill coming to Adaptoid, so that's 3, and 5 more, and that means 5 goes through to Baron Zemo. And because I defeated a minion, I get to remove 2 more threat. And I am going to hold on to my arm block for when Zemo attacks me. Ready everything up. Arm block. We got an energy. Got a Professor X. We've got my armor and a Bring It. All right, so we are getting 2 on this. So he's 6. He is coming to attack. I am going to use my arm to pay for an arm block. So arm block is a 1-cost attack and defense event. Hero interrupt. When an enemy attacks, deal 3 damage to it. If you exhaust a cybernetic arm to pay for this event, which I did, prevent all damage from that enemy's attack. Right, so again, he is attacking for a base of 5 plus star, and we get a we gotta win reveal this thing. Okay, so first things first, he would be swinging for 6. I take none of it. And then after secret counter is placed here, and then this is after he defeats the character. Okay, so place 1 secret counter on each board member. You may spend mental resources to prevent it. I have 1 mental resource, which is Professor X. Well, I'm going to put 1 on medical officer, because who cares? And then I will do 1 damage to a friendly character instead of healing 2 damage. That is Nick Fury Sr. I will prevent 1 of that damage, or 1 of that from happening. I will prevent the chief surveillance officer and let it go through on the chief tactical. So 1, 2. Okay. Now we get an encounter card, which is an S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, has quick strike. Nick Fury is going to jump in the way, so he takes 1 damage, which does defeat him. But after he activates or is defeated, add 1 secret counter to the board member environment with the fewest secret counters. So he gets this. All right, so my turn. I don't have enough. I don't have enough to kill him this turn. And I don't have the proper resources to drop those. So all right. So if I kill him, it puts a secret on 1 of these 2. But he's not guard, so I could just ping in. So I only got 2 damage. I got 4 damage. I could take him down to 6. Here, let's first things first. Let's do a bring it. I am with 1. I pulled in silent infiltration. Oh, that's actually perfect. We are going to spend energy to get silent infiltration down. Silent infiltration is a 2-cost preparation upgrade. Hero response. After you attack and defeat an enemy, discard this card, ready your hero, and confuse an enemy. Perfect. So, we are going to attack using a shield sidearm first to do 1 damage. Then Bucky does 2 more. So he takes out the agent, which we'll put it on the surveillance officer. And that does allow me to remove 2 threat. And now I'm going to discard silent infiltration to ready my hero and confuse an enemy. We are now going to attack with Angela for 2. Bring him down to 8. And then we will attack for just 2. Taking him down to 6. And then we are going to flip down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got enough that I'm not going to deck out. I am going to pitch my winter armor because it doesn't seem to be doing me any good at the moment. And now we will ready ourselves up. I've got 5 damage on the table. I need 1 more damage. Super soldiers, nothing. Bambino, that is. Electrical discharge is. Firepower is. A genius. And a superpower training. All right, so we got to see if we can make it through this turn. So villain phase. We get 2 on the main. He would scheme, but he is confused. Now we get an encounter card, which is drawing near. So after your turn begins, discard the top card of your deck. Place 1 pursuit counter on Pursuit by the Past for each printed resource this way. I always forget on this one that you have to discard the top card of your deck. I always kind of do it as just, oh, it's just 1 on there. But all right, villain phase. Okay, it is 1 icon, so it goes here. All right. Do I want to... Actually, I can reduce at least a couple of them. Sure, why not? All right, so we'll flip up. We're going to spend Genius to take 1 off of that board member and remove 2 threat from a scheme. At this point, because why not? I'm going to spend these 2 as fists to take 1 off of this, so I get to deal 2 damage to an enemy. That takes Baron Zemo down to 4. Unfortunately, all I've got left is electric or energy, so I'm going to thwart 2 off the main. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I've got 4 hit points, and I've got 2 and 5 effectively. So I am going to do a hero action. Spend 3 lightning bolts, 1, 2, 3. Remove 1 secret counter from a board member. I will do it here, which allows me to remove... Oh no, that doesn't... I don't get to trigger that. And discard this card. Let me take that sword away from you. Thank you. And we will have Angela hit for 2, which defeats Angela. And then Winter Soldier is just going to punch Zemo in the face with his cybernetic arm. And Bob's your uncle, Baron Zemo, has been defeated. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have been saved by the Winter Soldier. Bucky did not really like Baron Zemo, so no surprise there that he went to town on him. All right, let's see here. And technically, I did defeat an enemy, so I also get to remove 2 off of that. So suck it, Zemo. All right. Victory! Zemo is defeated, the mole is exposed, the heroes are exonerated, and the players win the campaign. And then we get to read the conclusion, which is a little comic of Maria and Nick Fury talking, and oh yeah, Civil War. So just yesterday, at least as the time of recording this, FFG has announced their next wave is Civil War. They are introducing player versus player mode to Marvel Champions. They're giving us in the box 2 new heroes, Hulkling and Tigra. And then they've done their silhouette tease for the next 2. I have my theories on who they are, but I won't put them in here. It's going to be interesting. I'm not sure if it's how much I'm going to enjoy playing it. I could see where, like, at a convention setting, it might be kind of fun, but it's not really something I was looking forward to. I didn't need the PvP aspect of Marvel Champions, but at the same time, I'm not happy. It's new content, it's new heroes, it's new cards, it's new scenarios to play, and like 16 encounter sets, which are going to be like hero based and stuff. So like you can throw in, the Defenders in with Zola, or crazy shenanigans like Spider-Man in with the Sinister Six or something. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, not necessarily something I was looking for, but I'm not going to complain about new content. And so that is exciting. All right, if you made it this far, thank you as always for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this game. Winter Soldier is a blast. I love him. I love him in aggression, just crushing through minions and just dealing out damage. Great. This will probably be my last physical play game for a while, because just yesterday I also received my Earthborn Rangers Kickstarter. So this is phase 2. So it's got 2 different campaign expansions. What is it? Stewards of the Valley and Legends of the Ancestors, I think, are the 2. And some extra cards and things like that. I got 4 playmats and everything. So I have got to set up my play table for Earthborn Rangers and get that out. I think I'm going to build a new Ranger and get him through the main campaign and then take him into the first campaign expansion. I won't be filming the main campaign because I already did that, but I think I will film the expansion stuff. So I will continue doing Marvel Champions. It's just going to be Octagon stuff, but expect to see some Earthborn Ranger stuff out here soon. So again, thanks as always. Have a great day, everybody.